You're listening to the Non-Del Influencers Podcast, brought to you by First Funding. Join host Matt Coles as he delivers powerful conversations to help non-delegated lenders succeed and scale in today's market.
Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Thanks for joining the latest episode of Non-Del Influencer Podcast. I'm Matt Coles, National Sales Manager with First Funding. Very enthused to have Drew Dyet, Head Muckety Muck, Senior Vice President of Western something over at Pennymac. So, Drew, thanks. Let's get started. I've had so much respect for you over your career, and I hold Pennymac in such a high regard. What led you to the choice of joining Pennymac as you were looking for a position?
Thank you. I appreciate it, Matt. Same goes for you. I have so much respect for you and everything that you've done. Pennymac is, for me personally, is a perfect fit. I've been here for just over a year now, as we mentioned, and we're just, the management team here is second to none. The executive management team here is just second to none. It's a very well capitalized company. I love the fact that we are both a major servicer and we have the production arm. We have the fully delegated correspondent. We are now in our 7th year of TPO, and we've just really quickly kind of grown the ranks. And, we're the number 3 TPO lender out there now and number 1 in correspondent by far. So, just the strength, the size and the quality of the company is really what led me here.
So with the management comes bold choices. Mm-hmm. And I know that I was, I appreciated the opportunity to participate in your launch of the Non-Del Plus.
Yes.
Super exciting opportunity for you guys. And it's taken off like a rocket ship. So tell me from your seat, what have you seen since you launched it? And then I'm going to pepper in some questions as we go along. Just tell me like how exciting it's been and what you've seen as it's blown up here.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. So we actually started to launch this about 18 months ago. Yeah. We've identified that there's such a huge opportunity in the non-delegated correspondent space. And, we worked for a long time building the tech. To really build, just a fantastic platform for our sellers to utilize as they take the step into this kind of next step in their journey, right, as they grow their company. So it's been fantastic. I mean, we launched it in January, and we're mid-April now, and we have about 200 sellers approved on it already. Nice. And we've seen just a ton of success, in production and in functionality, really. They really like the fact that, our tech kind of takes care of everything for them, right? And there's people to help them through, this journey from a compliance standpoint, from setting their margins, pricing, training their staff as they go into this Non-Del Plus kind of, the full service non-Del, as you will. It's been great for Pennymac. It's been great for us.
I don't know if, and I think you might be on the same page as me. When I first moved over to First Funding, I'm sitting in this chair as a national sales manager, and I walk in the first day. I got to be completely honest. I did not know the amount of non-Del business that was being done across the nation. And I'm thinking that Pennymac probably saw this as like, you guys were always great at the delegated, and even the non-Del, but a little bit of a different segment than that, the more traditional non-Del sense. Has this opened your eyes to how much opportunity is in that market space?
Yes. I mean, unbelievable amounts of opportunity, and kind of the same as, as we really started to dive into this, really opened our eyes, right? I mean, we're 15-20% of the TPO market is non-delegated correspondent. And to your point, previously, we have had a non-delegated offering for 6 years now. but it is it was an offering which is the full, we basically underwrote, cleared conditions, gave the credit decision, and everything else was up to the seller. Right. So this specific space, some people call it mini core. We have termed ours Non-Del Plus. Has been great because there's so many folks who want to step into non-delegated correspondent lending, but they just don't, they're new at it. They don't have the staff or the expertise yet of really kind of managing compliance on their own. And the opportunity is tremendous. Like we say, it's about 20% of the TPO market.
So you have an incredible sales team over at Pennymac, and I would imagine that they're incredibly jazzed about this opportunity. Looking back at the first 90 days, how are they attacking the opportunity? What are some of their strategies, that they're trying to put in play to attract those type of customers?
Yeah, I appreciate the compliment. I agree. We have a sales team that is second to none. I mean, our average tenure is probably north of 15 years as a TPO account executive. So most of our sales team is very, very well versed in both broker and non-delegated correspondent, and some even fully delegated. They have had relationships with so many of these accounts for a long time, and many of them already knew, hey, this account or that account, they're going to be a great opportunity once we have the ability to launch this full service Non-Del Plus platform. So that they already knew. But then we also have tools available to us where we can see, hey, this company is actually a lender. 80% of what they do, they're doing in their own name, and they're not doing it with Pennymac. So clearly they're doing it most likely on a non-delegated basis. So we can now call those customers and, tell them what we have to offer, tell them how our system works, tell them how our tech works, give them some examples of how they can help grow their business with Pennymac Non-Del Plus. So they're using the tools that are available to them, with public records and things like that, but also, just being such seasoned account executives and knowing their marketplace, they've been able to really drive a lot of it.
Yeah. What are some of if you could look back at the first, 90 days that you really launched the Non-Del Plus, is there anything that you said, that was a hole that we had on day one, but you fixed on day 90? Is there anything that you can look back on and say, okay, we launched it, we forgot about this piece, or we overlooked this piece, and then we got it fixed? Is there anything that sticks out to you?
Yeah, one thing that really has kind of stuck out to us, and I can't say that we forgot about it, but maybe we didn't anticipate as big of a challenge, was the delivery of their collateral package, right? The key in this space is getting your loans purchased quickly, right? Oftentimes these customers don't have huge warehouse lines. You would know better than I, but they don't have giant warehouse lines. So they need to get these things in, get them closed, and get them purchased very quickly. And, it's what we have found that's been really important since we've launched is really partnering with warehouse banks like yourself and making sure that collateral is delivered quickly, effectively, and to the right place so that we can get that note to dry and get their loan purchased. That's probably the biggest thing that we've learned since launching this Non-Del Plus channel.
Yeah, I think, in my seat, what we always talk about, right? We deal with a lot of the objections of wanting to move from broker to banker and or trying to grow into the banking space. And one of the objections that constantly comes up is, I don't understand the post-closing process, right? And so when a warehouse facility like First Funding and Pennymac have a great relationship like we do, we kind of work out all those kinks. And if we can just deliver the same message to those emerging bankers and those Non-Del Plus customers, it all smooths out.
Yes, agree.
Yeah. So you got it under your belt for the first 90 days. What's it looking like for the next 6 months? Are your salespeople today looking at opportunities of like, hey, this client profiles. They are a mortgage broker today, but I really think I should be having that conversation with them about non-del. Are your salespeople having those conversations today?
Yeah, absolutely. You have those customers that, have maybe thought about going into, taking that next step and growing their business. And they've been hesitant for one reason or another. Maybe it's risk, maybe it's, just not the right time. The account executive are having those, kind of those consultative conversations with those folks. Yeah. And it's been beneficial because, we've really been able to kind of go over the pros and the cons and kind of what to watch out for. And the biggest thing that we're telling our customers right now who have any interest at all is, if you're interested in making this jump, start now. Don't wait until, you get busier, or, don't wait until, when you think the right time might be, right? Start having those conversations now. Partner with a lender that you think is a good, reputable lender with, good financial backing, products, tech, and partner with a warehouse lender like yourself to kind of help walk through the steps on, hey, what do I need? What do I need to get started? What do I need to look out for? How does the process work? How can I get, stung in the process? What do I need to look out for with that? So we're having those conversations with folks who we think might be good candidates, and introducing them to, people like you, Matt. And
I love that approach because, it's not a sell, right? We're not looking to sell non-del. And I love your sales team is so good at what they do that, listen, if you want to do wholesale, that's fantastic. If you want to do non-del, I can help you. If you want to learn more about it, feel free to, ask me all the questions. I'm an experienced partner with you, and I can help you answer all those questions. And, you hit on something that's pretty important, which is, any AE that's out there telling you that there's no risk to it, that they don't know what they're talking about, right? There is going to be inherent risk as a lender. It's minimized by working with incredible lenders like, investors like yourself, and the fact that you're doing a lot of that non-del plus full fulfillment feature nowadays really offloads a lot of that. But if you're looking for a true partner, tell someone that's going to tell you the good, the bad, and the ugly, right? That's ultimately what everyone's looking for to make a business decision.
Yeah, agree. You don't want to just lead somebody into doing something that's best for you as an investor, or as a lender, or as a warehouse lender, right? You want to make sure that you're thinking about, hey, what's best for them? What's best for their organization? And we're having those conversations, and we're lucky enough here at Pennymac to where, if they want a broker, fantastic. We have a great broker option. If they want to step into non-del, awesome. We've got the non-del plus. If they want to then take the next step into kind of, more traditional non-delegated correspondent lending, we have that option for them as well, as they kind of grow in that evolution. And then finally, if they have aspirations of going fully delegated correspondent, and we can certainly help them there too, with whatever's going to be best for them. So you got to do what's best for the customer.
I love it. I love the approach. It's a great approach to have. Drew, as you were talking, I was drawn to your background, and I forgot that you guys made a huge announcement about the upcoming LA Olympics. You want to kind of fill me? I'm super interested in hearing a little bit more about what you guys are planning and what's going on.
Thanks for asking about that. We're really excited about it as well. And you'll see it in all our signatures and, on my background, and we have some great swag with it too. But we've announced recently that we're proud supporters of the 2028 Olympic and Paralympic teams. And absolutely. And so we are, just really looking forward to that journey, and couldn't be prouder to be supporters of Team USA. It's exciting.
As a guy who lives in Los Angeles, I can't wait for it. It's going to be awesome. I mean, they announced all of the locations where they're going to be hosting the events in the last couple of days.
Yeah.
I think right down the street from me is going to be the archery. It's going to be awesome. I can't wait for 2028 Olympics. It's going to be pretty cool to see LA come together. I think the last time they hosted it was 1980, right?
4, I think, was 84.
84, yeah. So before my time down there.
I saw on the news today, sorry to interrupt you, I saw on the news today that they're actually going to do the squash tournament inside a movie set.
Oh, really?
I think at Universal Studios. Yeah. So that's going to be pretty cool too. Only in LA, right?
Yeah, exactly. All right. So talk to me a little bit about what you guys are working on next at Pennymac. You got all your account executives out there selling the Non-Del Plus and talking to their customers about Non-Del Plus. What's next on the horizon for you guys? What are you guys looking to do with the rest of the year?
We have we're laser focused on growing our Non-Del Plus platform, right? Yeah. So first and foremost, laser focused on that. But more so than that, we have huge growth plans. We are really excited about growing our market share. We're working incredibly hard on some important tech initiatives that are going to help us do just that. I won't announce them just yet, but some really exciting tech initiatives that are going to just kind of put more control into our partners' hands, right? Whether they're a broker, whether they're non-delegated correspondent lender. So, we just want to keep delivering options for our partners and doing a good job for them. And the most important thing that they have is choice, right? And they can, we want to give them the options so that they choose to work with Pennymac and the great service. So a lot of it relies on tech.
Well, listen, as a guy who always makes fun of my tech guys, because every time they tell me something, I tell them I'm going to let everyone know that it's launching in the next week. Right. They freak out on me. I'm like, I understand. I'm sure there will probably be 6 or 7 delays on the tech side of things.
It's easy for us sales guys to say that, right? We just say, we just need a button.
Yeah, I don't know. What are you talking about? I don't need a workflow. Just make it work.
Right.
Drew, I can't thank you enough for the time on you segmenting out on this call today. I have been a small part of the journey of the launch of Pennymac Non-Del Plus. I can't, getting lenders that are excited about adding you guys as an investor, seeing the progress that you make, talking to your account executives on a regular basis, and I can't speak highly enough of your sales team. They're all such great professionals. So thank you for the time here today, and we look forward to seeing your great success as we move forward through 2025.
Well, thank you. We couldn't have done it without yours and your team's support. So we sincerely appreciate the partnership. We look forward to growing it, and I really appreciate you inviting me here and giving me the time.
Awesome. Sounds good. Thanks, Drew.
All right. Thanks, Matt.
Thanks for tuning into the Non-Del Influencers podcast, powered by First Funding. For more resources and episodes, visit nondelinfluencers.com.